Roman Reigns is not getting his title back soon, but will he become WWE's head of the table again in 2025? For almost 4 years, Roman Reigns walked through WWE as its top title holder, and he has been the face of the franchise for a decade now. However, since his loss to Cody Rhodes at last year's massive WrestleMania 41, his waist has been notably devoid of a championship belt. It's been a different type of look for the Tribal Chief, who has already proven that he's the true head of the table in the promotion. Reigns, 39, was the handpicked hero of WWE by former owner Vince McMahon, and developed since his days as a member of the Shield to become a solo star. After years of being rejected by the fan base, he has broken through since 2020, thanks to the incredible Bloodline story and a partnership with Paul Heyman, establishing himself as everything he was originally projected to be. That it's ridiculous to think that Triple H and the promotion's creative department are phasing out one of its most popular and prodigious performers. At the same time, 2025 could be a huge turning point for the Tribal Chief. It might be the first calendar year in over a decade that he doesn't hold a form of the World Championship. Several factors weigh in on this decision. Even if the idea of a title picture with no Roman Reigns in it seems unfathomable to many observers, Reigns has lightened his work schedule over the past few years, a move which has drawn some criticism. At the same time, Rhodes has risen through the ranks as the company's top babyface star. He's essentially stepped into Roman's spotlight. While the WWE Universe still appreciates Roman, especially now that his persona has floated back to being a good guy, his frequent absences aren't necessarily making the fans' hearts grow fonder of him. It seems as if Reigns has been on a roller coaster ride ever since his debut with the Shield in 2012. He's had success as both a heel and a babyface, and as a tag team star or a singles competitor. At the same time, the surrounding landscape has been changing rapidly in recent years. Vince McMahon is gone, and the overall image of AEW could pull the trigger on a dominant singles run for Hobbs and have him dethrone Jon Moxley for the world title in the future. This would be his get back at him and would cement him as a force to be reckoned with. They could continue to build up his credibility by making him the one who was able to dethrone Mox despite the interference of the Death Riders. They can build him up to be the next Roman Reigns by finding a perfect manager by his side and having him keep the belt for a brief period. He could also align with a major faction such as the Hurt Syndicate to ensure that he stays untouchable from anyone else. Bobby Lashley. The Hurt Syndicate won't need to search far for their dominant star, as they already have the Almighty on their side. In his time with the promotion, he has already taken down a former world champion in Swerve Strickland and ended Private Party's reign as the tag team champions. Eventually, it is a no-brainer that Bobby Lashley will pursue the AEW world title. He could do this in the case that they find the fourth member of their faction. Having MVP as the manager and trios competitor and Shelton Benjamin, and the new member holding the tag team titles would allow Lashley to have full focus and be the man to go for the biggest prize. This could be similar to Roman Reigns and the Usos, with them having a chokehold on both the world title and the tag team titles for a long time. That AEW's belt collector Kenny Omega. In 2021, Kenny Omega was known as the belt collector as he had the AEW World Championship, Impact World Championship, and AAA Mega Championship around his waist, as he was one of the most dominant forces in wrestling at the time. The Cleaner also had a super faction by his side, as he had Don Callis as his manager, and a group of the Young Bucks and the Good Brothers flanking him. He also eventually affiliated himself with Adam Cole, as all the former Bullet Club names joined his side. Many have mentioned that this was the counterpart to the Tribal Chief in terms of dominance and aura. As a heel, Omega was treated similarly to Roman Reigns, adored by his fans but hated by a lot of fans as he had all the gold and employed heel-like tactics to keep them. AEW has a blueprint now for future reference should they go for a major Kenny Omega push. He could end up reuniting with the Young Bucks, reforming the Elite, and pushing to take over the company as its pioneers. With the fans on his side, his stock would only go up and the sky would once more be the limit for him. It took some time for fans to get around Roman Reigns, but WWE found success with making him the Tribal Chief. AEW may need someone at that level, and someone who the fans know is the man on top. Several other stars not on the list could fit the bill, but it remains to be seen who the promotion pushes all the way. Roman Reigns to return with a new faction. The Fiend to help 9-time champ? 3 things WWE could be planning for Elimination Chamber 2025. WWE Elimination Chamber 2025 will air live from Rogers Centre in Toronto, Canada on March 1st. This will be the company's first international premium live event in 2025 that, with the show being promoted as one of the biggest spectacles of the year, the company could be planning some big things for the show. This could be done to not only draw more eyeballs and create buzz leading to WrestleMania 41. In this piece, we will explore 3 such big things the company could be planning for March 1. The Wyatt Six were recently moved to SmackDown. However, they're yet to make their first appearance on the blue brand. Their leader, Uncle Howdy, portrayed by Bo Dallas, has been off television ever since his loss against the Final Testament. Given Uncle Howdy was the one to eat the pin in the Wyatt Six last encounter, Bo could ditch the Howdy character to return with a more sinister version of The Fiend as a tribute to his late brother, Bray Wyatt. The Fiend could return at the Elimination Chamber to help Alexa Bliss. The Fiend could return during the Elimination Chamber PLE to reunite with his former ally, Alexa Bliss. The masked figure could help the 9-time champ. Alexa is a 3-time Raw Women's Champion, 3-time Tag Team Champion, 2-time SmackDown Women's Champion, and 1-time 24/7 Champion. Prevail over the rest of the competition to win the EC and go on to WrestleMania. Number 2. Seth Rollins could qualify for the Elimination Chamber due to Dominic Mysterio. Seth Rollins will take on Finn Balor in a qualifying match for the Men's Elimination Chamber. The Judgment Day member won't be so easy to put away for the Visionary. However, Rollins may prevail over Balor due to Dominic Mysterio's betrayal. Balor and Mysterio have failed to get on the same page recently. The growing differences between them could result in Dirty Dom turning on his stablemate. Mysterio could betray Finn Balor during his match against Rollins to cost him an Elimination Chamber spot. Number 1. Roman Reigns could return with a new faction. As fans know, Roman Reigns was brutalized by Seth Rollins after getting eliminated by CM Punk in the Men's Royal Rumble match. The OTC has been on a hiatus since then. However, he may make a surprise appearance at EC with a new faction. With both Punk and Rollins likely to be in the Men's Chamber match, Roman Reigns could return to exact revenge on the duo at the event. The OTC could return with a new faction, featuring Paul Heyman and Tama Tonga's half-brother, Hikuleo. Hikuleo has been rumored to debut in the company shortly, and he could show up with Roman Reigns to take out CM Punk and Seth Rollins. WWE News and Rumor Roundup. Major superstar will never wrestle again due to back issues. Latest on Roman Reigns. Asuka makes serious request. Welcome to the WWE News and Rumor Roundup for February 9th, 2025. In today's edition, we'll look at topics about Roman Reigns and Asuka Plus, the latest on talent releases, and more. Without further ado, let's get started. Number 4. New details on WWE releases. WWE recently